What's up with the YouTube fam, man? I'm back again with another video. Look, we finna jump straight into this whole situation right here, man. It's a story that's been floating around about somebody supposedly had killed somebody and said that he lived with the man or something. I don't know exactly what the hell going on, but we're finna go ahead and watch this so we can find out everything. I'm gonna tell y'all what I feel about everything during the video and after the video. So if you don't want to hear me talking at any point in time during this video that's on my channel, all you gotta do is just get up off here and go straight to the news. You can find all the same information. That's if you want to. But if you're a loyal supporter of mine or a new supporter of mine, I'm not talking to y'all when I say that. All I want y'all to do is hit that like button for me and tell me what y'all feel about everything in the comment section, and add all my social medias as well. My Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything will be in the comment section if y'all want to add that. And my second YouTube channel too, it's called Carlos King 2. I've been dropping videos over there for the start back today too as well. So make sure y'all go over there and check it out if y'all want to. If you don't, I'm not doing no tripping. But let's get into this whole situation, see what the hell going on with this dude.
The hunt for two men who told police they lived at a $2 million home up in the gated community on Hawaii Lower Ridge.
34-year-old Scott Hannon and 23-year-old Juan Tejedor Baron are now suspected of murder after a shocking discovery inside. Police say they found the body of a 73-year-old man in a bathtub filled with concrete and coffee grounds.
And they say the victim had an intimate relationship with a younger suspect. Police first visited the home on Lily.
Hold up, man. This story started off weird as hell. What the hell going on? So hold on. So cuz got found in the tub. He was 73 years old and he was messing with a little young dude. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead. This shit right here kind of weird, bro. Hold on. What the fuck going on?
A Pue place last night. Our Jolani Martinez was there when HPD revealed the suspects' names this afternoon. Jolani.
Kiahi, Steph, the two men are said to be visitors. HPD had very limited details about them, but say the 23-year-old suspect has a residence in Texas and the 34-year-old traveled with a passport but had a Massachusetts address. Police say they were last seen in Waikiki.
They were last seen in the Waikiki area at approximately 1 o'clock this morning. They are wearing the same clothing shown in the photograph.
HPD snapped these photos of the suspects, 23-year-old Juan Tejedor Baron and 34-year-old Scott Hannon, while they were being questioned. Officers first responded to this home on Lelekepue Place in Hawaii Lower Ridge Monday morning for a welfare check in connection to a missing persons case.
The missing persons detail was also told that he may have traveled to California by his brother, so that was something we had to look at as well.
At the scene, detectives met with Baron, who claimed to reside at the residence. He and Hannon were then allowed to leave after officers determined no signs of foul play outside the home.
It was then determined that the victim had an intimate relationship with this 23-year-old male. Consent was obtained by detectives, the missing person detectives, to check the residence and continue to search for the victim.
Officers entered the home Tuesday afternoon and found the 73-year-old victim's body in a bathtub. The body was encased in concrete long enough for it to set.
That's crazy. So they had the goddamn people right there in their face and let them go. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy as hell to even let them go because, I mean, shit, why would you do a full investigation when you come over there to make initial contact? Now, I know sometimes you got to do wilderness checks and stuff like that, but as far as like somebody that's elder, you know, I feel like that somebody should give them authority to go up in that house and see what the hell going on. But it's crazy that, you know, a lot of older people trying to find love like that these days, man, they willing to go ahead and settle with these little 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds and everything like that. When you already know what they really want, they got an ulterior motive. They want some money from you. They want something out of you. They just not messing with you, just be messing with you. Now, there's some people out there that got their little fetishes and stuff like that, but majority of the time, hell nah. Being love starved these days, it costs you a lot, bro, even your life. So, yeah, you got to be able to understand, you know what I'm saying, really just try to determine what the hell they want to mess with you for in the first place and try to stick to your age range, you know what I'm saying? Try to stick with somebody closer to your age, not like 20 and 18 and shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? These dudes that went down there hungry as hell for money, thirsty, you know what I'm saying, just out here just tripping and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got them in a $2 million house, some stuff they never been around and probably, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they gonna want to go ahead and try to make sure they can stay there at any cost, you know? That's why you gotta be careful, bro, real shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, so what's so crazy too, a lot of young people be out here trying to go for the gusto. They want to go ahead and get as much as they can out of somebody. Man, you'll have more benefits if you really want to do some shit like this. Now, this go for men or women. If you want to go ahead and try to maximize what you get out of somebody, just chill. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to rush and get it so fast. Nah, just chill. You gotta go slow and smooth with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even be telling people nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell anybody to go out here and do nothing, try to swindle anybody, not trying to tell you to do no illegal activities or anything like that. But I'm just saying the benefits of being patient will pay off in the end. You feel me? So I always have patience when you're in a situation with somebody. If you got ulterior motive or if you just really want to be with them, don't be brushing everything up out of them. You know what I'm saying? Just chill, let it go how it's gonna go. If it's supposed to be, it's gonna flow. You feel me? So just chill, man. But yeah, these dudes out here just tripping, bro. They going out here trying to scam and kill people for money and shit. That shit lame as hell. Let's get back into it.
Concrete was also covered in coffee grounds, likely to mask the smell of decomposition.
When we entered the apartment, we smelled coffee, no doubt. The body was in the standalone tub, and it was in a state of decomposition once we chipped away at the concrete mixture.
But the aroma of coffee was eventually taken over by something else.
The smell of the decomposition was when we started to chip away at the tub.
Neighbors are shocked by the grisly nature of the murder.
We've never had a serious crime like this happen before. We've heard of small robberies, but never to something of this degree.
If you see either of these two men, police say to avoid approaching them and call 911 immediately.
We don't know if there was a weapon used at this point. That's still early on in our investigation.
An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow to hopefully determine the cause of death.
He is on the scene right now in the gated community of Hawaii Laurel Ridge.
That's where we find KITV4's Paul Drews. He now joins us live from the scene. What can you tell us, Paul?
Well, the sounds of chipping and shoveling have been heard here on Hawaii Laurel Ridge throughout the day as police work to uncover the body of the victim. Now, police are still on the scene. You can see the police tape blocking off Lelekipua Place. And the house behind that tape is the house in question that police were called to. What we do know so far is that police were called to the scene because of an older man who lived here. We were told the older man's brother was concerned for his welfare and asked police to do a welfare check on him. Police came to the house and found out a 23-year-old suspect who was here at the house had a relationship with the resident, but they did not see that older gentleman here. Police looked around the home. And
so if you don't see the older gentleman that owns the house there, that means it's a motherfucking problem. You need to speak to him. His kids is making sure that he's all right, and the only thing you're doing is talking to another person besides him, and you think this shit supposed to just go? Nah, you're supposed to take your time and figure out what the fuck going on. Where is he at? We are not leaving. We need to detain y'all till we find this man. That's just how I feel about how a wilderness chick should be anyway. You know what I'm saying? But the people who did this stuff in Hawaii, boy, y'all ass in trouble. Real shit. Y'all probably gonna watch this video too. Man, y'all ass in trouble, boy. Y'all done did something like this in Hawaii, bro. When nothing like this don't never happen. They get mad if you touch the turtles down there and shit. So imagine if you go down there and mess with their residents and stuff like that, bro. You crazy as hell, man. For real, for real. They gonna get you. And when they get y'all ass, they gonna make sure they hang y'all ass. So y'all done crashed out anyway trying to go down there and mess with the old school. Trying to get his money. That shit crazy as hell. But let's get back into it. Down there selling booty hole and shit.
while they were here, they did spot a full-size bathtub with concrete topped with coffee. So they did say the house smelled like coffee. Police returned to the home after leaving, and the suspect and another gentleman had also left the home, and after they returned, they spent the day today cracking open that tub.
And are they still chipping him out of that concrete, or has he been already taken all out of it?
They're still working. When I left the home, they were working at it, but I believe we got him out. Transport is on the way here at any time.
And the transport vans to take the body away have arrived. The police assume it is the homeowner who lived here, but they have not yet made a positive identification. They did say that concrete had been hardened. It wasn't freshly poured, and it's too early to tell whether or not or see what types of injuries or any kinds of wounds that victim may have had as to the cause of his death. In the meantime, they are on the search for those two suspects. They do also want to remind folks that this appears to be something between suspects and the resident who lived here and not a random act, and so not to worry. And neighbors that I did talk with were surprised that something like this happened or has happened in their gated community, normally a very quiet place. That's what's going on here on Hawaii Laurel Ridge.
Tonight, we're hearing from a man who spent time with a Hawaii Laurel Ridge murder suspect just days before his capture.
He had no idea they were hanging out at a crime scene. Our Ben Gutierrez has the interview and more of the suspect's alleged confession.
A criminal complaint released today says Juan Teodor Barron confessed that he choked his elderly lover with a belt and then told police a series of lies before he fled the state. Tonight, we're learning even more from a man he met on a dating app about a month ago.
A few weeks ago we started messaging on Tinder, and then we set up a date to go out, and then we met up at a bar.
Kai Johnson says he met Juan Teodor Barron about a month ago. He says Barron led him and his friends to believe that he and his parents were well off and that he was working as a creative financial advisor.
So he a booty bandit. He out here just trying to get some. You know what I'm saying? Cuz didn't even know he was finna get killed too. Fuck around. You know what I'm saying? He one of the ones who try to find out everything about you. Want to get all your financial situation, learn your backstory and shit like that, so you can figure out a way to get your ass and manipulate you out of something. Cause these days, man, people don't even be paying attention. They'll have you sign some shit. You be signing a contract. Now I know you just gave away some of your parents' property or something like that. You know, signing all type of shit over to people that you don't even know. So man, make sure you paying attention, man. Stop letting love blind you like this, bro. Like he just said, he didn't even know. He couldn't even tell. So imagine how many people out here doing other shit that you don't know nothing about. You know what I'm saying? You just letting it slide right past because you just more focused on love, but they really giving you signs. Like, why we even talking about financial situations and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? We just now start talking. You know, people be wanting to know how much you make. You know what I'm saying? They want to know your whole situation, all that shit, man. You start talking like that to me, I'm going to cut your ass out. What the hell you want to know anything about money for with me? You know? It don't make no sense to me. Let's get back into it, though.
We always thought that he just had a good job, good money, because he was driving some Audi, like A6 or A8 or whatever, living in a nice house, and so we didn't think anything of it.
Barron reportedly told the same lie to police, claiming to own the Audi as well as the $2 million luxury home. In reality, both belonged to 73-year-old Gary Ruby, and court documents say Barron forged papers to take them.
Almost every night he was asking us to go out to bars and stuff, and he was the one that was always paying for it. So it was probably the victim's card that he was using.
Barron was charged with murder, theft, and identity theft Friday after confessing to murder after Ruby told him he had HIV. He then put the man's body in a bathtub, tried to stage a suicide, and then filled the tub with concrete and covered it in coffee grounds. Barron sometimes invited Johnson and friends to the Hawaiiloa Ridge home, but one room was Gary Ruby, and court documents say Barron forged papers to take them.
Almost every night he was asking us to go out to bars and stuff, and he was the one that was always paying for it. So it was probably the victim's card that he was using.
Barron was charged with murder, theft, and identity theft Friday after confessing to murder after Ruby told him he had HIV. He then put the man's body in a bathtub, tried to stage a suicide, and then filled the tub with concrete and covered it in coffee grounds.
Boy, this story weird as hell, ain't it? Damn, boy, this some Lifetime movie network type shit right here, boy. What the hell? So, I mean, I'm not going to say that the murder is justified, but damn, bro, somebody got something I want to tell you, you would be ready to kill their ass, bro. Damn, I really don't want to say too much, man, because, man, I just hate that somebody had to lose their life in this. I'm going to say that. Let's go ahead and finish. Ain't but a couple more seconds left. God damn.
Sometimes invited Johnson and friends to the Hawaiiloa Ridge home, but one room was off limits.
There was one room that we never tried to, but he was oh yeah, that room's always locked, you can't go into it.
Johnson says he recalls no smell, but admits Barron would smoke pot while they were there. The last time the two were together was last week Friday. 3 days later, Barron was a wanted man.
Did you freak out? I did, yeah. My friend called me literally yesterday morning, and she's and before she even said anything, I was I know what you're going to tell me. She's yes, we were in his house.
Barron is still being held in California, where he was arrested on Wednesday. He'll likely be brought back to Hawaii for prosecution as soon as next week.
Damn, that's the end of the video, man. I'm glad they caught that weird fuck up. What about the other dude, though? It's going to be some shit behind this right here, boy, because look where he done did it at. They finna extradite his ass right back to Hawaii and do what they need to do to him. But it's crazy that they was all up in this man's house. You know how scary that shit is, man? You been around a whole dead body and not know what the fuck going on. If I go to your house and you tell me it's a room that I cannot go in, I'm going to say I'll be right back. And I'm going to leave, because hell no. What the hell you got up in that goddamn room can nobody go in there and see? Either it's a nigga room in there or something going on for real, like a dead body or something like that. Either way it go, I don't want to find out. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? But this whole situation is crazy right here, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, but the age stuff and everything, man, kind of threw me for a loop, because I wasn't expecting to hear nothing like that. I can understand somebody's frustration. They ready to kill you after you knew that you had something and you giving it to me, you know? Whew, this shit here crazy as hell, man. But overall, man, I can understand why the dude killed him. It's not justified, but I can understand it, you know. And as far as the old man, I don't know what the hell he was thinking about, so I don't even want to get into all that. It is wrong to have something and have knowledge of it and give it to somebody without even letting them know. You know, that shit is kind of fucked up to do. So, you know what I'm saying? It's never cool to hide nothing like that, bro. Let people know what it is. You never know what the hell going on these days. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because some people be lying and then you be out here telling somebody you ain't got something and you really got it, and the person that you telling it to, they got it already too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just lying to each other, passing this shit, accumulating all this different type of stuff, and y'all can just keep them 100 with each other and move forward. I'm gonna go my separate way and you go your separate way. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people be scared to say something because, you know, people gonna go tell it and they don't want nobody else to know. So yeah, you know, but I ain't got too much more to say about this whole situation. It's crazy as hell. Just make sure that you're not being love starved out here. Make sure you're not just going to fuck with anybody just because you were lonely at the time, and make sure that you're not really out here just trying to mess with anybody just because you need something at the time. You know what I'm saying? You want to bone and all that, go in there and jack off or play with your cat, do something else, but just don't mess with anybody just because, you know what I'm saying, you in the moment right now. Make sure that you genuinely like them. Make sure you genuinely want to have sex with them and all that other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But moving off emotions and shit like that will leave you in positions like this. That's what we can see. They out here tripping, man. Old boy finna be in jail with all the booty hoes he want to be around. You know what I'm saying? He can do whatever the hell he want to do. You know what I'm saying? So now dude finna go in there. He can be somebody's girlfriend or whatever the hell he want to do. You know what I'm saying? He like butt so much. So yeah, he finna go be around a whole bunch of them. He can figure out what the hell he want to do up in there. But I got too much more to say about this whole situation, man. I want to know what y'all feel about everything in the comment section. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you like my commentary. If you don't like my commentary, I really don't give a damn. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later on another video, though.
A complaint released today says Juan Teodor Barron confessed that he choked his elderly lover with a belt and then told police a series of lies before he fled the state. Tonight, we're learning even more from a man he met on a dating app about a month ago.
A few weeks ago we started messaging on Tinder, and then we set up a date to go out, and then we met up at a bar.
Kai Johnson says he met Juan Teodor Barron about a month ago. He says Barron led him and his friends to believe that he and his parents were well off and that he was working as a creative financial advisor.
We always thought that he just had a good job, good money, because he was driving some Audi, like A6 or A8 or whatever, living in a nice house, and so we didn't think anything of it.
Barron reportedly told the same lie to police, claiming to own the Audi as well as the $2 million luxury home. In reality, both belonged to 73-year-old Gary Ruby, and court documents say Barron forged papers to take them.
Almost every night he was asking us to go out to bars and stuff, and he was the one that was always paying for it. So it was probably the victim's card that he was using.
Barron was charged with murder, theft, and identity theft Friday after confessing to murder after Ruby told him he had HIV. He then put the man's body in a bathtub, tried to stage a suicide, and then filled the tub with concrete and covered it in coffee grounds. Barron sometimes invited Johnson and friends to the Hawaiiloa Ridge home, but one room was off limits.
There was one room that we never tried to, but he was like, oh yeah, that room's always locked, you can't go into it.
Johnson says he recalls no smell, but admits Barron would smoke pot while they were there. The last time the two were together was last week Friday. 3 days later, Barron was a wanted man.
Did you freak out? I did, yeah. My friend called me literally yesterday morning, and she's like, and before she even said anything, I was like, I know what you're going to tell me. She's like, yes, we were in his house.
Barron is still being held in California, where he was arrested on Wednesday. He'll likely be brought back to Hawaii for prosecution as soon as next week.